We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
You do good numbers with your music, and the potential's crazy. So is that a credit to your team, how you managed to get the numbers you get, or
Yeah.
how are you going about promoting that?
Yeah. No, it's definitely the team. And then, I travel a lot. I'm in numerous states, Boston, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey,
Yeah.
Alabama, Atlanta. I be everywhere, and all through Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell by your by how your music sound. You don't really sound like Florida music. I can't really put it as Florida music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so where was the traveling to and fro? Like, what was your biggest influence from you traveling, and where were you most comfortable at?
I'm gonna say Boston. Like when I went to Boston, that's when I started taking stuff a little bit more serious because I linked up with a good producer who helped me make my sound and really guided me to just not bullshitting myself in the studio. So I say Boston. I got a lot of love out there too.
Who was that producer in particular?
Sauce Fendi.
Sauce Fendi. Okay, shout out to him. I think a lot of people are asleep on like how the influence a producer can have on an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear that from a lot of younger cats. Like they'll get in the studio with a certain producer, and that'll take their sound to the next level.
Yeah.
How would you compare yourself before and prior to that? Before and after that experience, as an artist, as your sound?
Yeah, I feel like he sharpened me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before I go in, he'll have me rap it to him, like rap it perfect.
Yeah.
So when I go in the booth and I record it, because sometimes when the music up too loud, you can't really hear yourself. You get out of tune.
Yeah.
But he was always to put me back on that key, like really helped me make my sound. Like me, I'm a pitch. Even though when I do the auto tune thing, I'm still at a certain pitch. Mm-hmm. It's a pitch thing, and he taught me that. So I feel like he really helped me. He really helped me develop my sound. So
Does it make it more difficult to work with other producers? Taking that from one producer and trying to get another one to get you to that same level.
Yeah, sometimes but sometimes I just try to keep what he taught me how to record. I try to use that in other studios, but everybody ain't him, so
yeah. Of
course I always wanted to record with him. Like if something was to happen tomorrow, that's who I'm bringing on the road with me.
Okay, for sure. How's traveling and how are you missing it with the whole pandemic thing going on, and how are you moving around nowadays as an artist?
The traveling, we had to ease up, but last year all through the pandemic, we was in pandemic we was everywhere still,
yeah,
doing what we got to do, but now it's at a little slower rate, but I feel like as we open up back more, we'll be out more.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the album that I picked that I peeped that you dropped about a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think you it was hosted by DJ Eyemax. You guys collaborated on that album.
Yeah.
How was it like working with somebody of that caliber and at the time that you did?
No, it was good. Good vibes. I still, when I see him to this day, it's always good vibes. He just tell me keep going. He said I got something. I just gotta, just build more fans and just keep making music, keep pushing myself.
Okay. Now your break from I want to know if it's a break from releasing as much. Did that have to do with any personal issues outside of music?
Yeah, got distracted. It's hard to put, the real life street shit that be going on and with the music. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to just to want to go full throttle. Because at the end of the day, it still costs money to make this music. It ain't, it's nothing. Everything I do is from me and my team, from the ground up. Ain't nobody putting in, giving us no money. Nobody's investing.
Yeah.
So, I'm investing in myself. So at the same time, I had to do what I got to do.
Yeah. to keep investing in your craft.
Yeah.
What would you say the most difficult thing is about being an artist? Just on the subject of whether it finances or management or, essentially being your own A&R and being an all-in-one businessman in the game. Like, what's the biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge I feel like is marketing. Like I said, marketing is everything. Finding a way to brand yourself and brand yourself right, you know what I'm saying, with at least the amount of flaws as you can, because everything's gonna have a flaw. But to brand yourself to your likeness is it's kind of tough. And then you gotta have a solid team, a solid foundation.
Yeah,
can't do everything by yourself.
100%. You feel like you have that team around you and you have that foundation, so to say.
We getting there. Yeah. I feel like we getting there. It's things, like my boy Vaughn was telling me, we got to do more. That's just point blank, period. We're looking good right now, but it's always more room for growth.
Yeah, for sure. I think the higher you climb to the top, the more you're gonna have to do, and the more your team's gonna have to be solid and stuff like that. So it's important to have a foundation now.
Yeah.
So, okay, for you, this is the comeback essentially. Would you say that? Is that the chapter you're on right now, or do you feel like, well, I've been doing way more behind the scenes than people even know, and this is like you're on another level?
Really, yeah. I say the comeback. I say the comeback because, I already had a wave going. Like, people already know who I am. But, I didn't let it die down,
Yeah.
I didn't keep my foot on the gas and my foot on their neck like I was supposed to. So I'm going to say, yeah, this the comeback.
Okay, for sure. Now, I had Van Dam Body Slam on here.
Yeah.
And he was making his own comeback. And,
yeah.
And he mentioned, like, to him, he felt like it was an excitement to it that people thought he was the underdog now.
Yeah.
He liked that challenge.
Yeah.
So how are you approaching what outsiders may think about you getting back into putting out music or this comeback for you?
Really, it's like, I'm gonna just let the music talk for itself.
Sure.
Let the quality talk for itself. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna make sure they hear me on this one. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure, like, because a lot of people do be sleep, but it's time to wake them up. I got my cleats on. I'm trying to score.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.